We've had a lot of technical questions about what happens here at GTV, and the man who seems to have all the answers is one of the legends of television, Pete Smith. Pete, thank you very much for joining us again. We really appreciate it.
You're very kind to say I know all the answers. I don't, but that Earth station there is our link with the outside world. Firstly up to Sydney via the satellite, which is sitting over Noumea. It's about 36,000 kilometres up to the satellite over Noumea, give or take a few thousand, and then another 36 down into the car park at our sister station, the network emanator, TCN. So the signal goes up there, bounced off the satellite, the size of a car almost, and then down into the car park in Sydney and back out to the rest of the world. Quite amazing, really.
Now, Pete, the thing that strikes me about this satellite dish is that it seems much lower than a lot of other satellite dishes I've seen.
Yes, in deference to the residential area we're in here in Richmond, it was sunk into the ground, so it's down in a pit, quite way down in a pit. Otherwise, it would be up as tall as the Link Hut there, which replaced the old Wertheim piano factory and Heinz soup factory chimney, which we originally used to use when television started in '57.
Welcome to A Sigley Affair. I'm Mike Minion. In a divorce action in America today, a Mr. Clark Kent appeared in court, accused by his wife of not having sufficient sexual drive. In his defense, Mr. Kent claimed that someone keeps putting kryptonite inside his jockey shorts.
You know, when television first started, we did test transmissions because when you bought a television set in '57, you had to have a technician come out and tune the set.
Is that right?
Absolutely. In the black and white set, you had a technician come out. That's why they had test patterns on all day. People were staring at test patterns. It was such a novelty, wasn't it? Let's face it.
Absolutely.
You had to have a technician come out and tune your little black and white set. Now, what happens? You buy your giant 50-inch plasma and they say, hooroo, out the door.
Yeah, that's right.
Out the door. Oh, look at this.
Now, it's great because that phone call covered a long walk over to here, but this is a piece of television history, and I'm a little bit geeky for this stuff. I'm very excited about this. This is how television used to be made.
It certainly is. It's the camera crane that took 3 people to operate it. The cameraman sat up there on the top of the pedestal. Then down here on the counterweight, as you follow it down, there was another operator to swing the camera around to get the different angles. And then, of course, for the mobility of the whole thing, it was motorised, of course. You had the operator here, you know, operating the whole caboodle. So 3 people operating this machine when I first laid eyes on it back in the IMT days.
Poor old Mitch is trying to help us out by bringing it down so we can have a look at it. Thank you, Mitch.
The old Pi camera, one of the original black and white cameras. I think they had about 3 of them when we started, only about 3, which had to be taken out to things like the Olympic Games, for instance, and then brought back for the news. So you can imagine the workload that these beautiful little babies did. And look at that, isn't that exciting? 3 lenses, telephoto lens, close-up lens, medium shot lens, fantastic. And we used to mug into those night after night.
And they literally had to turn around to be the active one. You couldn't zoom in and out like you can now.
No, you could not, no, and the director upstairs would have to cut away from this while you turned the turret around. Marvellous. And the first person I saw sitting in this chair was Ian Crawford, one of the famous Crawford family, who later went on to Crawford Productions for Matlock Police, Solo One, The Sullivans, done only a few feet from where we're standing. So history, we got it in loads.
And the special thing about this camera is I believe it might actually be the one that that famous scene of Graham Kennedy when he lost control of his desk. This is the camera.
Oh, this is it. The dent. Can't you look? There's the dent down there now. Oh, yeah. The actual dent. Yes. Yeah, there's Graham Kennedy's footprint in there. He almost broke his foot.
Now, that is the thing about here, the history. I mean, it blows my mind. Everywhere you walk around, it's history, history, history. And that will be sorely missed.
It will. This is a back lot that we're standing on now, which really is very ordinary in the cold light of day. But we have shot so many outside sequences here for shows. You know, you've only got to go out here put a few potted palms strategically into position, and you got yourself a jungle movie, for goodness sake.
Yeah.
And we shot a lot of the early dramas in the black and white days out here. Of course, with colour it was more critical, we couldn't do it. But you know, out in this place, if the bushes could speak, boy, would they have a tale to tell.
Well, and Pete, how many shows do you think you did in your time here at 9?
Oh golly, it's in the hundreds and hundreds, and as I say, with the audience, there would be millions of people who came in for those live shows. And you know, there's something, an added attraction about that, an added bonus for the company, is that you have those people come through your studio and see behind the scenes, and when they leave, you've got an opportunity to make them leave in a happy state of mind. And so, let's face it, everything's perception in television. Why do they watch 9/7? It's not just the programs, it's the mood, it's the atmosphere created, and you get a chance to create that goodwill with those people night after night after night. 200 people come through to watch Sale of the Century.
Well,
another 200 come through
yeah.
for the night. You know, it just adds up.
I think, especially now, I think people are starting to realise how much GTV-9, these facilities, will be missed. The comments we've had on our Facebook site, all we keep hearing is please do more tours, please show us more bits and
Yeah,
pieces,
that's
whether
lovely.
it's the satellite, whether it's the
Yeah,
camera,
sure.
whether it's the bricks out
That's
the
right.
front.
Yep.
You know, I
I
mean,
can remember when we filled this car park, it was just a dirt car park in those days, back in the mid-70s. We filled it with snow, and we had an actual Tonight Show in the snow. And we had a deal
and
with
it wasn't
the guy.
fake snow, it was
no,
real
it was
ice.
real snow with a ski jump. We had guys come in and do some stunts and stuff and throw, you know, made snowmen and all this. No, it was thick on the ground. No cars allowed in for 3 days while we set it up.
Wow.
They were the days.
They were the days. Well, Pete, I know you said that you provided people with a nice feeling when they came to GTV-9. I think you've done that from people watching GTV-9 and all the years,
Thanks.
people throughout Australia. I'm a Sydney boy, and I think you're an absolute legend, and it is such an honour to meet you.
Thanks.
Thank you so
It's a
much for
pleasure.
joining us for this tour.
Been a
I'm
pleasure
trying
too.
not to fawn, but it's a little hard
No,
not
it's
to.
lovely. It's nice. I can take all that. I'll give you 10 minutes to stop.
So thank you once
Okay,
again.
pleasure.
It's been very interesting. Keep your comments coming to facebook.com/9news, and we'll have some more videos soon. Thanks
Thanks
again,
for
Pete.
watching too.
Fun, insightful interviews from a washed-up producer with nothing to lose. Night to night, but night to night, but night to night. It's good night from McKnight to night.